Welcome back to Breslov Campus, as we are now approaching the amazing, unbelievable day of Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the Omer counting, which is the day, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai's day, the day of the passing of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Some amazing insights from Reb Noson's teachings on this powerful day. Reb Noson writes a question. He said, if now the 33rd day of the Omer counting, Lag BaOmer, is the day of the passing of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was such a luminary. He's the one who authored the Zohar. He's the one who promised that the Torah will never be forgotten through his teachings. And he gave a message of hope. So after a passing of such a tzaddik, you would think that on that day we would reserve it for mourning and crying over the passing of such an unbelievable tzaddik. You would think that the opposite, we lost something. Until today, we feel the repercussion of what we lost. We lost such an amazing teacher and tzaddik and guide and light like Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Just see, for example, how the Zohar illustrates his passing, or when he taught the unbelievable supernatural things happening in the work, for example, called the Idra Rabbah, the section of the Zohar, one of the deep sections, how they describe how angels came to listen to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, his conversations with the souls of Eliyahu and Hanavi and Moshe Rabbeinu. Take a look, people who are familiar with the Zohar will see this. So we should cry and mourn over the loss. Reb Noson writes it's exact opposite. It's one of the happiest days of the year. Until today, anyone who has had the merits to be in Meron for Lag BaOmer by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai will attest that you don't see a joy like this, a simcha like this, anywhere else in the world on any other time. The joy is literally a joy from another world, out of this planet, literally. And what's going on? Reb Noson asks. He says, this is the thing, that the Tzaddikim, specifically after their passing, they're not limited, they become even more unlimited. Their power and ability to help the Jewish people is even greater. It's not like we think, oh, I used to know this person and this teacher, and I'm so broken for that loss. On one hand, it's true, but the gain of what's left behind, if they are in the category of what's called a true tzaddik, who continues to live even after his passing, like the Gemara says that tzaddikim, b'mitatam, Kuruim Chaim, tzaddikim in their passing, they're called alive. And like also another statement of the rabbis, Gdolim tzaddikim b'mitatam yoter mi b'chayehem, that the tzaddikim are even greater after their passing more than in their life. So such tzaddikim of such a caliber, it says joy, because now their ability to help and intercede people even after their physical passing is much more enhanced, much more greater. How do they help people? Number one, through the teachings they've left behind. And number two, by visiting their graves. We know it's stressed already in the Torah from this depiction of Caleb ben Yefuneh, going to the graves of our forefathers in Hebron to daven to be saved from the bad advice of the spies who spoke against the Holy Land. We see from this act that even Rashi explains that going to pray by graves of tzaddikim is of paramount importance and of major help and benefit. And this is how tzaddikim are able to help a person after their passing, is by going to visiting their grave and asking Hashem for help in their merits. And also their teachings, like we mentioned. This is how tzaddikim can help much more. And this is after their passing. And this is especially true by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, who is a general tzaddik. Every Jew in the world, whether Hasidic or non-Hasidic, Sephardic, Ashkenazi, Yemenite, modern Orthodox, Karlebach style, whatever you want to call them, any type, and even secular Jews or conservative, reform, whatever you want to go into, everybody has a connection to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. He is a general tzaddik that everybody can connect to, because he's part of the Torah, he's part of Judaism, of mainstream Judaism. And because of that, it gives his connecting force much more strength, and people can feel this connection to such a tzaddik and gain major benefits. So this is what Reb Noson writes, that we celebrate when such tzaddikim pass on, because their power to help us is unlimited and much more greater, and it's meant to tell us, use these weapons. it should be made known that Meron, visiting Meron on Lag BaOmer, is such a powerful event that literally there are people from all over the world who fly to Israel, who come to Israel just to be on this holy day in this holy place. And even if I'm not in a position right now, because of major obstacles, financial obstacles, family obligations, etc., not to be able to do so, at the least I can yearn for this and delve into this, that I should have eventually the merit of visiting Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai's holy grave in Meron, especially on the day of his passing on Lag BaOmer.